Assalamu alaikum. Hope you are all fine. Today I am going to tell you about social studies summer task of class 6. First of all, it's week number 1. Do reading of lesson number 1, The Earth as a Planet. Next is make 5 MCQs and 5 filling the blanks from whole lesson number 1. You have to read the whole lesson and you have to choose 5 MCQs and 5 filling the blanks from the lesson. Next is draw diagrams of the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse from the book. It is mentioned on page number 6. This is on page number 6. You have to draw it as same and color it. Okay. Now the next is solve worksheet number 1 from book page number 3 to 5. Here it's worksheet number 1. It is mentioned on book page number 3. As the headings are given on the worksheet, these are the headings. You have to write it from here. Next is this one diagram. It is mentioned on page number 5. Here this one diagram is mentioned. You have to write it and label it from here. Next is solve worksheet number 2 from book page number 7. It's worksheet number 2. It is mentioned on book page number 7. You have to label it from here. Okay. Next is make a model of the solar system. You have to take help from book. You can easily make solar system using book page number 2. Here it's solar system. Okay. Next it is read and share. Take a color paper and write ayat and its translation on it. It is mentioned on page number 1. This is ayat. You have to write it and you have to write its translation from Quran. Next is week number 2. Do reading of lesson number 2, globe, map and their uses. You have to do reading of this chapter. Next is solve worksheet number 3 from book page number 12. Here this is worksheet number 3. You have to make a map key like this one map key. Hope you understand. Next is worksheet number 4 from book page number 14 to 16. Here it's worksheet number 4. Write names of the main lines of latitude and longitude. It is mentioned on page number 16. Here it is mentioned. You can take help from this. Next one is this. Look at the 8-point compass below. Label each the points. One has been done for you. This is on page number 14. You can take help from this one compass mentioned on page number 14. Next is solve worksheet number 5 from book page number 12. Here this is worksheet number 5. This is mentioned on book page number 12. You can take help from this one map for labeling the titles, legends, scales and direction symbols, etc. Next is solve worksheet number 6 from book page number 12. Here it's worksheet number 6. It is mentioned on page number 12. You can use this one map and map key for solving the worksheet. Next is make a model of globe with the help of instructional worksheet. This is the instructional worksheet. Okay. You can draw the globe using these points. You have to read this all and then you have to make a globe. Next is project work. Paste some pictures of Islamabad on a chart paper and write a few sentences about the important famous buildings, places of the city. You have to paste pictures of Islamabad on a chart paper and then you have to write a few lines, sentences for important famous buildings of the Islamabad city. Next is read and share. You have to write the ayat and translation from book page number 11 as the same. Now come on week number 3. Do reading of lesson number 3, The Earth Our Home. You have to do reading of this lesson. Next is solve worksheet number 7 from book page number 24. Here it's worksheet number 7. This one is mentioned on book page number 24. As you can see, you can use this picture to label the diagram Okay. Next is solve worksheet number 8 from book page number 22. This is the worksheet number 8. It is mentioned on page 22. As you can see, you can take help from this picture. 3. Next is draw a diagram of layers of atmosphere from book page number 23. Here the layers are mentioned. You have to draw this picture and just you have to write the layers names. Okay. Next is read and share. Take a color paper and write ayat and its translation from book page number 22. You have to write ayat and its translation using Quran. Next is week number 4. Do reading of lesson 7 word population. You have to do reading of this chapter. Next is draw a map from book page number 57 and show population distribution of the word by coloring with pencil colors, paints, beads or any other material of your choice. This is the map. As you can see, it's like beads. You can use beads or anything of your choice. Okay. Next is make a graph from page number 58 and write world's main regions and their population. It is on page number 58. As you can see, you have to write as the same. Next is make a table of statistical data of population according to 2017 census from book page number 63. It is on book page number 63. Here you can see you have to write it from here. Okay. Next is read and share. You have to write ayat and its translation from book page number 57. Now come to the next week. It's week number 5. Do reading of lesson number 8 human settlement. You have to do reading of this chapter. Next is choose any of the 4 provinces of Pakistan. Write about the different languages, food, crops and dresses of that province. You have to choose any 4 provinces of Pakistan and you have to write about the relevant province, language, food, crop, dresses. Okay. Next is make 10 points on the problems of large cities and also suggest their solution. You can take help from book page number 70 and 71. This is book page number 70 and 71. You have to read these pages and you have to write 10 points after reading these. Make a hierarchy of settlement from book page number 68. Here it is settlement hierarchy. You have to draw as the same. Okay. Next is list down the specific cities of the world from book page number 69 to 70. These are some cities. You have to write 2 points of each city. Next is read and share. You have to write ayat and its translation from book page number 66. Next is week number 6. Write a short paragraph on beautiful places of Pakistan or the other places that are famous for tourism. You have to write a short paragraph on beautiful places of Pakistan. Any place you want, okay? You have to write 5 lines about that. Next is water is a great blessing of Allah Almighty. How we can save it for our future? Write 10 lines about it. As you know that water is great blessing of Allah Almighty. You have to write 10 lines that how we can save it for our future. Next is solve worksheet helping others. Solve worksheet living together. Next is solve worksheet mind your manners. Next is solve worksheet festival. The next is festivals. Next is celebration. And next is let's go to the park. These are the worksheets. You have to solve it by your own. Okay, in your own words. You can take help from your parents as well. Draw a map of Pakistan locating its major cities. You have to draw a map of Pakistan. You can take help from book and you have to locate its major cities. Okay students, hope you enjoy your summer task. Allah Hafiz.